I guess that you'll never know. I guess that you'll never know. I guess that you'll never know. You'll never
So, welcome to the channel, guys. As you can see, I have a 1992 Mitsubishi GTO behind me. Bit of backstory with it. Although, first of all, I would just like to say I'm not reading off of a script. I've got really bad ADHD, so if I don't have rough notes, I'll just start rambling for hours and hours. So it is literally just some brief notes to keep me on track so I don't talk for hours on end. Yeah, like I said, it's GTO. It's red, as you can see, which, my personal opinion, best colour for them. This one in particular has been off the road for 10 years and has been heavily neglected. As you would have seen from the intro where I was giving it a quick spray down, not a full wash, I'm aware, it was just a quick spray to make it somewhat presentable. It has quite a smoking problem, and just like with humans, cars shouldn't smoke either. So it's burning oil from somewhere, yet to find out how, where, or why, but it's burning oil and quite a lot of it. Yeah, so from the brief history that I know, it was taken off the road to be transformed into like a race car for whatever reason. Because as you'll see in some of the shots that I'm doing at the minute, it's not turbo or manual. It's a naturally aspirated automatic. So the worst one you would normally take on a track. But hey ho, each to their own. Yeah, so whilst it was, I assume, whilst it was on the track, is when it started having engine problems, and that's why they stopped having it on the track and decided to sell it to us instead. Yeah, there's not a massive amount of history. The MOT history before it was taken off the road, from what I can find, pretty clean. It's general stuff, tyres, brakes. I believe there was one fuel hose that was corroded, which has since been repaired, which saves me a job, which is great. As you can see, there is little bits here and there cosmetically that need to be fixed. But the cosmetics are the least of my worries at the minute. The main problem is the engine. So not only does it burn a lot of oil, once that oil is warm, it loses all oil pressure as well. So chances are it needs an oil pump, which I will get around to. But before I bother with the oil pump, I'm going to be fixing the burning problem, because if it's majorly bad, then I'll just drop a new engine in it, which isn't ideal, but sometimes you have to weigh up what it's actually worth doing before wasting your time on fixing something that's really not worth it. It isn't massively modified. From what I can find, It's a set of wheels, calipers, and discs for some reason have been sprayed yellow, so they will be going back to original. And that's about it. It did, when I got it, have an immobilizer on it, but the immobilizer went wrong, as they all do. So I just took the whole system out, minus, again, as you'll probably see, the keypad where you used to put the code in is still on the steering column. Doesn't work. It's just there because I don't want a massive hole in it. So I'm yet to find one to replace it. Yeah, so the plan with this car, if everything goes well, is get it back up and running as it should. Oh, also has a massive hole in the exhaust. Like, it literally looks like someone has shot it with a shotgun. It's just pebbled with holes. So I need new back box as well. But the end goal, get it all back on the road as it should be, and hopefully take you guys along to some car shows to show it off and show people what the channel's about. As you've hopefully seen if you've clicked on the video, the channel's called Revive to Drive. The idea being that we're going to revive cars and then take them on some trips. There is no trips planned as of yet because first I've got to fix this thing. And then we will see where we want to take it. I've got a couple of things in my head planned, but again, it depends how long it takes to fix it and whether those dates have gone or not. But the main thing that I want to focus on first is the oil burning problem. But I will say now, unfortunately for you guys, there's not actually going to be any work being done in this video. It's simply a introduction, have a quick look over the car, see what needs doing. So, as you can see, took a little break. I've put the headlights up because favourite feature of this car and all of the Mark 1 GTO 2000 GTs, Dodge Stealths, they're all the same underneath, just different regions, different manufacturers, but they're all made in partnership. It's pop-up headlights. Who doesn't love pop-up headlights? Unfortunately, they did get rid of them for the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th gen. Don't know why. It's my favourite thing about them. But both of mine work, and there's no rust on any of the mechanisms, which is quite good because they are relatively common for that. But I have been hiding the biggest cosmetic problem of this car, which I'll put a picture up now. It's front bumper. Some person decided that they want to drill holes in the bumper for some reason. Don't know why. I'll also put a picture up somewhere of what it should look like in case you've never seen one before. I assume they did it for airflow. Don't know why though, because behind where they've drilled is literally a solid metal crash bar, so you're not going to get any airflow from that. But yeah, so interior wise, it's relatively complete. In the pictures you're seeing at the minute, there is the climate control missing. I do have that. It's just off getting serviced at the minute, so that'll hopefully be back soon. Don't know when. But it's with a trusted person. I've told them there's no particular rush. Take as long as you need. But yeah, everything seems to work, which is good, because electrical problems with these can be a bit of a pain to go through. On that subject, bit of story behind me. Between me and my dad, we now have 9 GTOs of varying specs. We have, well, 6 GTOs, one 3000 GT, which is a US import, and a Dodge Stealth, which is also a US import. So we've got a couple of them. This one is my personal one, which is what I'm going to be starting the channel on. Obviously, once it's done, like I said, can take it to some shows, show it off a bit, maybe take on a bit of a road trip somewhere, and then we'll start looking at a new car to do. Obviously, this one, chances are it's not going anywhere because it's my car. Unless there's enough people that want it, then we'll start talking numbers. But the following ones, once we're done with them and taking them on a trip or whatever we decide to do with them, they will be getting sold on to whoever wants them. But yeah, so again, welcome to the channel. Obviously, if you want to see more of this kind of stuff and see how this car proceeds, then like, subscribe. It'll let me know that I need to carry on making more videos. And I'll see you in the next one.